Okay, I think we are recording now. So, welcome everyone to our Essential Oils Made Easy class. Thank you so much, Dawn, for bringing your community together today. I always say that if one thing came out of this last 2 years, it's all the amazing people I met and this whole format of Zoom and being online together. So, thank you all for showing up. My name is Manisha Merchandani. Dawn and I met online at a vendor event. So it was really exciting just to get to know each other and, learn about what we all are about. So I am a holistic lifestyle coach. So I'm certified as a health and wellness coach as well as a life coach. And I created my community and I call it Holistic Life and Style because what I realized over the years was that we really needed to work on our entire body. It wasn't just about how we looked, it was also about how we felt, and we needed to kind of bring it all together. So that's what I really like to focus on. When I first started, I started using doTERRA specifically because a friend recommended it to me, just like we're sitting here today. So a friend asked me if I was using essential oils. I wasn't. I, got my kit, got started, and it had so many great benefits for me personally that I just couldn't help but share. And actually, the sharing started because people around me started noticing how I was feeling, how I was looking, how I was acting, and apparently it was much better than I was already doing. So they were like, "What are you using?" And that's really how I started just sharing the oils. And then very quickly, I started educating people about the oils and started, really being intentional about creating a community of people using doTERRA's lifestyle. And I say it that way because you'll learn it's not just oils. There is more than oils, but everyone can start wherever it works best for them. I live in California. I lived overseas for 20 plus years back and forth. I have three boys and they are big now. So I have a 22-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 14-year-old. He's the one home with me. Um, and I have a dog, and his name is Ramsey, and he's a boxer. And he would be in here if I let him. He's probably going to start scratching at the door soon, so I might have to get up and let him in. But he's stuck to me all the time. But so that's me, and so I'm just really excited. And thank you all for taking the time to show up today and just kind of seeing what we're doing here, what we're talking about. Okay, so I am going to start diving in to this world of essential oils. My intention in this class is really to help you understand the power of essential oils and how it can change your health and your family's health. So I'm going to make the world of essential oils easy for you. Now, these classes are often done in person. Now we're doing them online. So if some of you may have tried a sample, some of you may have not tried a sample, and don't worry, we will get you what you need to get your journey started. I'll have done my job today if you leave this class knowing 3 cool things about essential oils, how we use them, and then, of course, how to get them into your home. So please feel free to ask any questions. And if you're watching this recording, please reach out with the questions that come up. And I'll also open up the class at the end for questions and answers. So let's get started. We're going to first talk about why we use essential oils. I mean, there's been so much in the news lately about using essential oils as a natural alternative to daily ailments. And I'm going to start to tell you what we consider the 3 big reasons on why that's happening. So the first really cool thing about essential oils is that they're 100% natural and safe. Now, I do want to preface everything I talk about that I'm only talking about doTERRA, because there are a lot of essential oils on the market. And actually, companies are still coming out with selling essential oils. I keep seeing the companies pop up. So I really want to only talk about doTERRA because of our certified pure tested grade rating. So our oils are 100% natural and safe. There's nothing added to the oil, nothing taken away from the oil. They're just simply pure essential oils, no side effects, no addictions. Now, there is a safety that comes with essential oils on how to use them, and we will be talking about that. So essential oils are safe for babies, children, adults, and the elderly. What oils are is that they're extracts from plants, and they have these amazing health benefits. So a pure oil is about 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So, for example, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So, they're really potent. And that's the beauty of doTERRA. And it's because it's so pure, you can actually make peppermint tea out of our peppermint oil. So, if you have peppermint as a sample, or if you get one later from us, I just want to show you how we talk about peppermint. So, if you take a drop and you really only need 1 drop of peppermint, and I don't know if you can see me on the screen, but I have peppermint in my hand. So, this peppermint oil is really strong. I can do 3 things with this peppermint oil. So, I'm going to go ahead and touch it and put my finger at the roof of my mouth. That opens up my airways, and actually it gives me a cooling feeling throughout the whole body, that 1 drop. Then I can take that same drop, I can rub my hands together and inhale it. So go ahead and, you know, inhale it, and that actually does even more opening. And it's really a matter of clearing out what's going on in our body. I can take that same peppermint oil that's still on my hand and rub it on the back of my neck, and that's what we call topically. So there are so many ways to use this essential oil. What I love again is that certified pure tested grade. And that means these oils are completely pure and potent. So, me taking that peppermint oil is like taking a peppermint leaf and extracting the oil. There's nothing else in here. It's that pure. Um, no foreign contaminants, no fillers. And then potent means that each plant that we take oils from was grown in a part of the world where the plant grows best. So that results in the absolute best chemistry for that plant. And then when you have that ideal natural chemistry, the essential oil that's taken out does exactly what we want it to do for our health. So really powerful when the oils are pure and potent. And that's why a lot of oils on the market, if you get a peppermint oil and it says on the back, do not ingest, it kind of makes you wonder what's in that peppermint oil, or why hasn't it been tested? It should be pure peppermint oil. And that's why we look at doTERRA in a very different way from other companies on the market. The second cool thing about essential oils is that they're more effective than many modern approaches to health problems. So I'm not sure, I don't know if we have any medical professionals on this call or that are going to be watching it, but basically when I talk about the effectiveness of these oils, I'm going to really bring us down to biology 101. So make it really simple. So I'm just holding up my hand, and let's say my hand is a cell in the body. We know that cells have this oily cell membrane, and the cell membrane protects the cell. It keeps all the good things in and all the bad things out. Now, 2 of the things that are harmful to our cells are bacteria and viruses. So bacteria usually forms on the outside of the cell, and viruses replicate the DNA on the inside of the cell. So all you have to remember is bacteria on the outside, viruses on the inside. So this makes a lot of sense. Like if you go to a doctor with a bacterial infection, he usually recommends an antibiotic, right? And after taking the antibiotic for 7 to 10 days, in most cases, it would clear up the infection. It does often come with wreaking havoc on your gut, hormones, and immune system. So you'll notice that you should be taking a probiotic with your antibiotic, and that's a different class for us. But it's just in general how the antibiotics affect our body. Now, if you had a virus like the cold or flu, what does he say? He says, go home, drink a lot of water, rest, and let it run its course. So the reason why is because most of the modern recommendations are water-based synthetic agents, and they don't mix with the oily cell membrane. So they don't go in and fight the virus on the inside of the cell. Essential oils are different. They're oil-based, so they can permeate that cell membrane much more easily. They can work on that cellular level without the side effects and addictions, and they can really combat the bacteria on the outside of the cell as well. So the essential oils are doing 2 things. They're working on the bacteria and the viruses. So that's why we often say that essential oils are more effective than modern approach to health problems. And you see here, we have an essential oil blend called On Guard. This is our protective blend. This is really where, this is, for example, a blend of pure oils that come together to help fight those viruses and bacteria that come into our body. So we help you work through these oils to discover, okay, well, I'm not feeling well, I need On Guard. Or maybe you're about to travel and you're going into a very, a place where you're going to be around a lot of people, and especially now in the world, maybe you want to go preventative. And again, you're going to use your On Guard. So that's how we use these oils for our body, and they're very effective for us. So the third cool thing about essential oils is that they are cheaper than traditional medical care. So if you have a copay for visiting the doctor, right? And maybe it's $10, $20. Maybe if they give you a prescription for an antibiotic, you also have to fill that prescription. There might be a copay on that. Or let's just say that maybe some people don't have a copay. I know when I lived overseas, we actually did not have a copay. We paid for it every month, right, in our monthly health insurance, but we didn't have to pay at every visit. So whether you have a copay or not, when someone in my family has, for example, an ear infection, re-rub 2 drops of lavender and 2 drops of tea tree or melaleuca around the ear. Now, 12 hours later, the infection is clearing up. So, and it costs us just pennies per drop, about 64 cents. So whether it costs you $20 for the copay and the prescription, or whether it costs you $0 because you live in a country with free medical care, essential oils are still less expensive. They're less expensive than the gas in the car that you pay to go to the doctor's office. And that's not including maybe work that you had to take off or just the time that you had to spend. And then we haven't even taken into account the fact that antibiotics harm your gut, right? So then you might have to buy extra probiotics for 2 weeks and more to fix the damage, which is even more money. And I know, like, for example, for my insurance, probiotics are not covered. That's something that I have to get on my own. So we really do save hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs because of essential oils. So we always in the doTERRA world say you cannot afford not to use natural solutions. And that's why essential oils are cheaper than traditional medical care. In my family, we don't buy over the counter anymore. We use essential oils for everything. And I am going to say that we do go to the doctor. If our essential oils are not giving us the support we need, we absolutely go to the doctor. So I don't want anyone to think that this is that we're saying don't go to the doctor. If when you need to go in, you need to go in. If you break a bone, you need to go in. If you have something that's going on that's not just support and you need procedures, you need to go in. So what essential oils do for us is they support us. I'm going to give one more example. Digest Zen is a stomach one. This is a tummy blend. And when you think of what goes on in your tummy all day when you eat or when you're stressed, oh my goodness, right? So for example, Digest Zen, I will tell you, my husband gets a lot of tummy stuff. And we were buying a lot of that pink liquid, like a lot. And when I lived overseas, we would take bottles, and it's heavy, bottles of that pink liquid overseas because they didn't have it. You know what I'm talking about, right? And so Digest Zen was able to replace that for him. So now he can take a couple drops in water if he's starting to get an upset stomach, or if he knows that he's going to be eating out maybe for work and it's going to be kind of a heavy night of food and drink, he will take this proactively, right? So, and Digest Zen has things like fennel and ginger and peppermint, all those things that we know are great for our tummy. So just a great example. So we don't buy over the counter anymore for aches, pains, and all the skin issues. We don't buy. This is what we do. We use our oils. So we use our oils because they're natural and safe, effective and affordable. So now I'm going to start talking about how to use the power of these oils. So the first way to use essential oils is aromatically. So if you take your finger and pinch right above the bridge of your nose, right here, that right under your fingers is your olfactory nerve. So we can take our fingers off because we all look a bit silly. So that nerve sends messages to the limbic system in our brain, which in turn sends messages all over the body. So sometimes people think it's hokey to say oils can affect the body just by smelling them, but let me illustrate. When you go to the hospital for surgery and need to be put under, how do they deliver the anesthesia? Right? They don't give you a pill and they usually don't give you a shot. They ask you to breathe through a mask and count down to 10. And I mean, most of us are completely under before we even get to 10, right? So when you breathe those synthetic compounds through the mask, your olfactory system is powerful enough to send signals to your body to knock you out in under 10 seconds. It's the fastest way to access the brain. And this is exactly what happens with essential oils. So the natural compounds found in essential oils, when we breathe them in, they hit our olfactory, and the olfactory nerve sends signals to the limbic system, which in turn sends signals to the rest of our body. And this can happen in as little as 30 seconds. So there are a few ways to use essential oils aromatically. You can breathe them right from your hands, like we did earlier with the peppermint. You can use them in a diffuser, and I always recommend a water diffuser. It says water in here, a few drops of oil, and it's, if you can see that, it's there it is. It's spewing out the essential oils aromatically. Or you can actually breathe them right from the bottle. And there are times when I'm walking by my oils. I don't know, Dawn, if you do this, but I walk by my oils and I'm like, yeah, I needed that. Because as soon as you open an oil, you can start smelling it. Dawn, you could come off mute if you'd like. Have you had an experience with doing this, walking by your oils?
I will do it when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to a meeting or something and it's just a real quick, and then I'm off.
Yeah. It's such a good quick shot of, aromatherapy, basically. So this is wild orange I have right now in front of me. If you have wild orange, or if you're gonna test one of your friend's oils or get some samples, if you take wild orange and just take a drop in your hand, you just do this and you can literally, it's so good. Not only does it smell really good, but wild orange has natural compounds that help with stress and depression. I take wild orange with me wherever I go, and you can really think back to maybe when you're sitting somewhere with more people, maybe if you're about to take a flight, or if you're at a restaurant or something like that, and you all of a sudden somebody peels an orange, right? And you're like, oh, that smells so good. That's exactly what the essential oils are coming out of that orange. Because what oils for citrus are, they're not the juice. So this is not orange juice, right? This is the oil, and the oil comes out of the rind. So this is being taken out of that peel. And that's really powerful, very different from the juice. So even lemon, and we use lemon a lot. Lemon is from the rind of the lemon. So a lot of people use lemon in their water, and start the day off with lemon juice, which is great. But lemon juice is acidic. So you have to think of the pros and cons of that, right? How much lemon juice should you drink for your teeth, right? You don't really want that acid on your teeth. And that's where lemon oil is different. It's from the rind, it's not acidic. So we love our citrus oils. They make us feel happy, and they're actually really, really good for us internally as well, like gentle detox, and keeping our body a little cleansed all the time. So the second way to use essential oils is topically. So you can actually apply oils directly to the skin. And again, I'm just talking about doTERRA. I don't want, there are lavenders out there all over the place. Like there's so much, but a lot of them will say aromatic use only. The difference with doTERRA is, again, that testing and the purity that we like to put out there. So you can use our oils on the skin. You can apply them directly. You can dilute them with something like a fractionated coconut oil, or maybe an olive oil, almond oil. So we take a little bit of the carrier oil and we just use 1 drop of the essential oil. Let me see what I have here. So this is copaiba, which is one of our great oils for skin. So if you wanted to apply this on your skin, you would just take a drop of this, well, maybe 2 or 3 drops of the carrier oil. You get your essential oil, drop it in your hand, rub it together. And copaiba is one that's great for our skin. So I do often put it on my face. I think it's really nourishing. And it smells great. So again, it's the aromatherapy plus the benefits, right? We get a lot of benefits. So you're going to use oils topically, maybe when you have, like, if you want to work on your skin, if you have aches and pains, maybe if you're having skin issues like rashes and mosquito bites, dry skin, eczemas, you're going to use essential oils on your body. Here we go. Okay, the third way to use oils is internally. So the essential oils from doTERRA are not only safe to use internally, they are recommended. So again, I'm going to come back to that certified pure tested grade. This means the oils are medicinal grade, completely safe to ingest, unlike most other brands. So you can put them in your mouth, you can drink them in water. If you don't like the taste, you can put them in a veggie capsule. A veggie capsule is just a little capsule where you drop your oils in and then you swallow it. So if I had my water, I could literally take my lemon and drop it in there. So really great way to use the oils. And when you do start using the oils, we teach you, and the doTERRA website is very good. You can start learning which oils you can take internally, which ones you can put on the skin. In the beginning, it feels a little bit like there's so much information, but as you start using an oil at a time, you really learn about it. So some of the health concerns you would be using essential oils internally for is cellular repair. That's a huge one. So when you've either been sick or maybe your body has been through something and your cells need to be healthier, then you can take oils internally. Another reason we take them internally is to boost our metabolism. So that's really big. So metabolism is basically how our body turns food into energy. And such an important thing, like we all talk about weight management, up or down, whichever way, but really it's managing our body food intake and making sure our body is processing that food well. So we take essential oils internally to boost our metabolism. And that's a huge one for a lot of women. Women, we go through all our ups and downs of whether it's weight management or just our body feeling kind of yucky with everything that goes on in our body. So boosting our metabolism is really, really important for us. So I absolutely recommend oils to do that. And we have great things like even a blend called Slim and Sassy, which is, I'll take the slim, but what I really want is the sass, right? So we love that. And we use that, and very easy to use, very easy to incorporate into your lifestyle. So those are the 3 ways to use our oils. We use them aromatically in the air, right? Breathing them in, and then we use them topically on the skin, and then we use them internally inside our body. So great range of ways you can use, and a lot of our oils can be used all 3 ways. So it's pretty remarkable how one bottle of oil can be used for so many different things, and that part makes it affordable as well, and makes it really it's exciting to use the oils when you can grab for oils instead of grabbing for things that maybe are full of toxins and full of a lot of fillers. So this is the part where we like to get on the class and ask anyone if they'd like to share some awesome experiences. So anybody else use oils? I know Dawn is using it. Dawn, if you have a great experience you'd like to share with the group, Sue, Penny, have you tried any oils? Let me know how your oil journey has been so far. You can unmute.
I know for me, the adaptive has been wonderful. It's one that I use at work a lot, and it just gives me that calming, so I'm not going into a meeting or not getting into that real tense feeling during the day. So I have found that one to work very well. Peppermint I've used for headaches. And in fact, I will do that before I even try the Tylenol. That's my first go-to. And usually that will take care of it unless it's a really bad headache. Then I do have to resort to taking something. What's the other one that I use all the time? Serenity at night.
Yeah, one of our favorites.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for sharing. So Dawn's talking about some of our great blends that I think I'm gonna touch on in that next slide, but adaptive is our calming blend. So adaptive is perfectly named, right?
Penny, I think you've used this one.
Oh, she said, oh, I see Penny. Yeah. So, so it's basically, it came out a couple of years ago, which is very ironic because we needed it. I think it came out in 2019, maybe, which is crazy, right? So yeah, adaptive is, yeah. Penny, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
I actually need more.
We're here for you.
I use that at work, but mostly what I use is in the diffuser in the house.
Okay. Yeah.
So I need to get more involved.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to hear that. I mean, I feel like we start with these experiences and you can just start adding more and more. Adaptive is basically it quiets our neurotransmitters. Now, I'm going to say there's a lot of science behind all these oils with doTERRA, and that's how a lot of it has been based on, the science of it, the chemistry of it, like how it works in our brain. So adaptive, the blend, it actually quiets the neurotransmitters, and that's calming us. So if Dawn's using it right before going in a meeting, like just think of what's going on when you use it, right? And you just probably want to give it to every person in that room so you can have a better meeting. So that's what adaptive does. Now, Serenity, Dawn, you
Let
mentioned,
me diffuse it in the meeting.
yeah, that's what you should do. You should say it, it smells a bit weird in here. Let me put on something. And then that's a good way to do it. I have it running in my house a lot. Like we really like it, and we mix it a lot with like wild orange or citrus bliss. And those two together, citrus bliss is a whole bunch of citrus oils together. And so we mix it. And, that's the beauty of of the aromatherapy. You can really customize it. And when you find something that works really well for you and whoever's around you, then you use it more often. The other one you talked about was Serenity. This is our restful complex. So we are the same way, Dawn. This is our nighttime. I put it on about 20 minutes before we go to bed. Well, I'll put the diffuser on and I'll go and, wash my face and do my skincare routine. And by the time I come back, my room just smells like pretty much like a spa, right? And that's like very relaxing and it's very restful. So that's Serenity. And it has oils in there that again are geared to help us calm down, relax, get into that state of, no mind chatter, and that's all the little things that we need to have better sleep, and not just quantity, but quality of sleep. And I find that Serenity is great for that. So thank you for sharing those. And thank you, Penny, for sharing. Sue, have you touched and smelled any of the oils yet?
Well, I did at my sister-in-law's. I have trouble with the diffuser though, just because too much scent gives me a headache. And so she had some different ones, and I didn't find something that I like with a diffuser, but I like peppermint oil, just to open the sinuses. And I know my daughter puts some in when she showers, and it always smells so good in there. I love it. I don't know where she puts it. I have to ask her sometime when she's in town, but yeah, so that's about it. I've just been cautious with the diffuser because I know the one night Gail put it on when we were staying at their house. They're up in Duluth, Minnesota. And I couldn't take it in the night, so I had to unplug it. Yeah.
I'm curious now. I always ask kind of the question, like, do you remember which oils they were?
I think she had doTERRA, but I don't know which. I'm not sure which one she had in there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if it's doTERRA, then yeah, I'd be curious to know which ones were in there. Sometimes people say, about the oils, and I always want to say just start with the doTERRA if you're having those kind of things. Yeah, because the fillers and the synthetics sometimes will definitely get people, so I definitely like to start with that. And then yeah, kind of doing your own, some oils are stronger than others, they're just more powerful. And some oils, sometimes we get headache because an oil, and we may not even know this, has some predetermined thought process in our head, right? Like maybe from our past, or maybe from, when we were little, young, and something that wasn't so pleasant. And so sometimes we get headaches from that, like some people tell me they get headaches from rose. And, maybe it was like a bad memory they had of, I mean, years and years ago, a lot of people used rose oil as that was a big in lotions and creams and things like that. So really interesting. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I would love to hear your experience with some more kind of not baseline, but just more calming oils, and see how it does for you. But diffuser is very indirect. So if you ever feel like you're using a diffuser and it's just too strong, I mean, it happens sometimes where like I put too much in, like some oils are really, Serenity's kind of strong, right, Dawn? Like I think it's kind of strong. And if I have dropped in too many and I just feel like not necessarily headache, but I feel like, oh yeah, that's just too much, and sometimes we just need a little. So and then using them topically instead of aromatically for people who are not finding the aromatherapy beneficial to them for whatever reason, then using them topically. So if you put them on your wrist, at the pulse points, maybe along the neck, you are going to get some aromatherapy, but it's very different from diffuser. So we love to play around with that and find what works for different people. So thank you so much for sharing that. So I am going to take a minute, and Dawn, I made a little slide for us about being centered and calm, and look at the oils on here. It's got the adaptive, got the balance, and the wild orange. So, I asked Dawn, I said, what are some topics like we should just, because, we do an introduction class, there's so much to oils. There really is so much. And I could probably talk all day about essential oils, but you don't want me to do that right now. So we wanted to talk a little bit about stress. And when we're at doTERRA, we don't really, we don't say stress or anxiety, but we really talk about being centered and calm, which is dealing with those stress and mood, I guess we can say. So just, keeping in mind that chronic stress it damages our bodies, right? The immune system, the digestive system, and our sleep. So this is a huge topic. Really the first thing that people like to start working on when they're working with oils. Other conditions like skin, hormone, inflammation, all these things are related to high stress levels. So again, really important to look at the body as a whole and think of stress as not just being stressed, but think of it as something we need to really manage so we don't get into super stressful moments. And we don't want those moments to stay for a long time. Of course, we're going to have stressful moments. I can't say that we're not. We can driving around in the snow, right, Dawn? Me with a lot of traffic here in the Bay Area. I mean, we do have the stressful moments, but we need to be able to manage them when they come so they don't sit in our body for too long. And that's why we love the essential oils. They are calming. They help everything in the body, bring it back to balance, and calming to the mind, right? And that's going to be in a natural and safe way. Are our pictures over this slide, or do you all see the slide okay? Okay. So this is like, for example, so when people come to me and, I usually ask, what are your top 3 health concerns? Stress is often one of them. So I love having kind of protocols for people. So here's an example of how you might use oils for stress, right? Start each day by placing wild orange in your hand, rub your hands together, inhale it. Do the same with adaptive oil. And again, like for me, we love adaptive and wild orange together. The other one is balance. You can use that in the evenings. Balance is a grounding blend. So this is our blend that helps you, when everything is just kind of feeling edgy, and sometimes you can't even put that into words. Like for me, I know my husband will say, he's like, what's wrong with you? And I'll be like, I don't know, and that's that's when I can use my balance and kind of help wind down, relax, and get a little bit more grounded so I can maybe make the decision I couldn't make. I often start with balance throughout the day as well, in the morning as well. Like I'll just put it on the bottom of my feet. And I love yoga and doing a lot of kind of like the earthing and the real grounding exercises. So balance is definitely one it's a huge one in kind of my, protocol throughout the day. Balance is also one that I grab for. It actually stays in my purse. This balance is one of our rare ones that in a bottle is already has fractionated coconut oil in it. So I actually keep it in my purse. And, if I'm feeling like it's almost like a little, it's not a cream, of course, but it's more like I can just use it on my hands if they're feeling a little dry and inhale it a little. And so I love balance. Again, all these can be used in baths. Dawn, you were asking about bath. Bath is so easy with essential oil. So if you are someone who likes to take baths, you can really unwind so nicely using the essential oils. You just put the Epsom salts in and you add in the drops of oil you want, really super simple. And again, once you start to learn about the oils, you might be putting in balance, you might be putting in serenity, and you start learning which oils you want to relax with. Maybe you need more of a focus. Maybe you need a bath, in the morning, and you're going to be focusing for the day. You'll grab things that'll help you focus, like rosemary and lavender and things like that. So you can really customize, which is a huge reason the oils become a lifestyle, because as things change for you, you just change up your oils and you find the oils that work for you.
Manisha, on the baths, how many drops do you put in?
It's a great question. You can't go wrong with a lot of drops. I'll say it that way. So you can really see what is working for you. maybe you're putting 4 or 5 drops, right? Maybe you've got the bottle next to you, you're putting a couple and you're seeing how it works for you. Now, some of that is going to get absorbed into your body, which is great. So you can start with 4 or 5 drops. And if you feel like you want more aromatherapy, then add in more. The beauty of the oils, because they are pure with doTERRA, you can't necessarily overdose on them unless you literally take the whole bottle of lemon and drink it. But if you're taking it indirectly, like in a bath or in a diffuser, it's very hard to get to do too much. The too much will be like, okay, that's a lot of smell, and that's too strong for me, and that's what that would be, maybe the too much. So play around with it. Yeah, and then if you find something that you love, write it down. Right? Because write it down and say, like, because I know with, the days go by and I'm like, oh my God, what did I put in that day? And so you can just kind of write it down so you know that, you really love the lavender and the Roman chamomile, together with a little bit of, I don't know, peppermint, right? Or whatever it was. So you can kind of play around with that. And then Dawn asked me about cooking with oils. So I have to admit, I've gone off cooking a little in general, but I do add oils to flavor. Now, I'm not going to, again, this class could go on quite long if we talk too much about cooking with oils, but yes, you can cook with the oils. We recently just got vanilla. I don't know, Dawn, if you saw that. We just got Madagascar vanilla. It's so yummy. You can put it into your coffee. You can put it into so many things, but you can also cook with it. I do have a wonderful ebook, Cooking with Essential Oils. So if anybody would like that, I'd be happy to share that. Okay. Yeah, Dawn, let me know. I send it through email. If y'all would like it, just get your email to Dawn, or Dawn, you can share it with me, and I'll send it. It really talks about why we use essential oils for cooking, how we use them. It has some recipes. So I think it's a great introduction. And later in time, I'd be happy to do a class on cooking with essential oils as well, because again, another great empowering way to use oils. So like things like ginger and thyme, cilantro, rosemary, you can add these into your cooking and get some amazing benefits and flavors. And, for those days when you did not go to the grocery store and you need cilantro, or your cilantro's gone bad, like mine usually does. It's horrible. We don't use it in time. And so we grab for the oil.
I had to say, I got the cuisine blend that came with the 3 oils, and there's the tropical, the Italian, and the Mexican. Yeah. And I know I've told you, but I will put this, I'll melt butter when I'm making popcorn and put this Mexican one in, about 5 drops of it. It is amazing.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we had some special last year for Christmas where we had these cuisine blends. So, I think you can probably create another blend with other oils, and yeah, using it in popcorn. Some people make on guard popcorn too. I haven't tried. You're like, no.
What?
Yeah, I know. Well, some people soak their apples in on guard. So for kids, on guard has things like cinnamon and orange. It tastes yummy. I've done the apples before. So again, just using the oils in so many different ways, and because they're pure, we feel great doing that. Okay, so there are so many topics with oils, and what I love about the way doTERRA works, and why you're in this class with me, and why Dawn uses oils in our community, is because we do a lot of education. So just keep in mind, I'm going to run through how you get these oils into your home, but what really happens is when you choose to get the oils, through a wellness advocate like me, what I do is I have a lot of resources for you. So you can get into classes, you can get into courses, you can watch videos. I have a couple of Facebook groups where we just continually educate on the oils. And the more you learn about the oils, the more you're going to use them. The more you hear people using them, the more you're inspired to go open your bottles, because what I don't want is anybody buying a box of oils and then just putting it under their bed. That would be just it's not my way. So when you do decide to get we're going to talk about how, but you get it and then you start getting all this education. So don't feel like it's too overwhelming. You actually start with baby steps that way. We start teaching you how to use the oils. And it really is a game changer to swap out, old habits of toxic over the counter and switch to a more natural lifestyle. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the 3 ways. So there are really 3 ways to get doTERRA essential oils into your home. The first way is retail, and nobody who comes into my classes is going to buy retail. It's the most expensive way to buy. You would really only buy retail if you were at, let's say, like a chiropractor's office, a spa, or like another professional setting. The second way is wholesale, and that's kind of like having a Costco card or a Sam's card where you have this annual membership that gives you access to all the great products at the great best prices. So with doTERRA having that wholesale membership, it allows you to buy at 25% below the retail price. And this is really how I recommend to buy oils. And then the third way, oops, sorry, that computer is sensitive. Okay, the third way is really what I call below wholesale, and you get deep savings when you begin with the starter kit. So I'm going to run through a couple starter kits very quickly, actually, but just in general, we can help you discover like a good kit. You know, they're all different price points, all different oils, but a lot of choices there. So I am going to get into that now. Oh, actually, before I get into the kits, I think I'm talking about the three type of, oh yeah, this is good to talk about before we get into the kits. So I just want to tell everybody that, you know, we're sitting in a class, somebody may be watching this recording. There are three types of people who we work with in doTERRA. We means wellness advocate like me. The first type of person is excited to live a natural solutions lifestyle. When they learn about the power of essential oils, they can't, you know, wait to get it all incorporated into their life, right? Into the life of people in their home. And like we do, we support with free monthly essential oil education and a lot of inspiration from our community as well. And that really helps us using our oils more. The second type of person is sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, my mom needs this, my daughter needs this, I want my friend to learn about this. So there are people that naturally want to share what they love, and doTERRA supports this person through a compensation program for people who love to share the products. And as you share consistently over time, you can have the oils you purchase paid for. You know, it's we basically call it free natural healthcare. And there are thousands and thousands of people all over the world who are currently receiving free natural healthcare from doTERRA. And again, it's all about swapping out, right? So we call it free natural healthcare because I'm not buying all the things over the counter for tummy aches anymore, right? I'm using my oils. I'm not buying all the things for aches and pains. I'm using oils. So that's how we start getting that natural healthcare out of doTERRA. Then the third type of person, you know, has been watching me and thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to change people's lives through educating about the power of essential oils. So that is a whole lovely ball game. And if you're interested in that ball game, anybody watching, I'm always here to support that and mentor and train. So if that's something that you like to do, like I do, it's pretty amazing. You can educate other people about oils. You can supplement or replace your income. It can be an extra residual income. There's a lot of depth to it. Just let me know. You can always let me know what works for you. So, okay. As you have listened tonight about the power of essential oils and how it can change your life, you are probably thinking, wow, this is more than I imagined. So doTERRA supports you with that essential oil journey. That's what we call it. And our goal isn't that you just have one bottle of tea tree for acne or deep blue for pain, right? Our goal is really to teach you how to live that natural lifestyle. And so when things come up like pain, allergies, cold, flu, instead of reaching for medicine, you can reach for natural solutions. And these don't have side effects, right? They're pure plants. So I'm going to really talk about the kits. And, you know, the kits are always a great way. They're like starter bundles to get people started into the doTERRA lifestyle. And, or, you know, you can also do just ordering oils as, you know, we can customize it for you. So that's better. So I'm going to talk about both of those. While I am talking about it, keep a couple things in mind, right? Like when you start thinking about wanting to get into using oils, I always like to ask people to kind of start writing down their health concerns, right? What are your top health concerns? What are the health concerns of someone in your household or someone in your family or in your life that you feel that oils can support? And that's just a nice way to kind of back into what's going to work for you as you start your doTERRA essential oil journey. So I'm going to talk, and again, like these are, you know, we can talk off, you know, line personally, and, you know, Dawn can help and we can do all this, but I just want to really run through the kits, some of the great kits. This one is this is our Healthy Essentials. now called Home Essentials. So I do need to change that on this graphic. It's our big bottle kit. It has a great value, 10 popular oils. Dawn, yeah.
Yeah, can you make the screen so you can see the whole?
Oh, can we not? Oh no, wait,
There we go. Oh,
wait, sorry. You know, something is super sensitive.
there we go.
Is that the whole thing? Okay. Hold on just a second. Let me get my, can you see it now? Can you still see it? Okay. So this is the Home Essentials is what you'll see. If you're in Canada, it's got a different name. We've got different names throughout some of the different countries, but this is basically our big bottle kit. It gives you support in swapping out toxic daily over the counter, give you a boost of aromatherapy. It also has a 4-hour diffuser, and it saves you a lot of money off the if you had bought the individual oils. So it's a great value. And I am gonna, there's a slide showing that these are this one's 20% off, but it's not on this slide, but I just want you to keep that in mind as I get a little further down. And again, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but we also have a Healthy Habits kit. So this one includes the top oils plus the supplements. So, supplements that are plant-based, okay? These are bioavailable supplements that our body recognizes as food. They're foundational daily support. So if somebody comes to me, especially as a health coach, comes to me and says, I just need a reset. My body is not doing what it needs to be doing. I often start with the foundation, and get people on really good supplementation and very different from buying things out in the market or on Amazon. I mean, these are really good quality. So, and then you combine them with the oils and you really get like a full body reset. So I help you do that. That's the Healthy Habits. Then we have the family, the Healthy Start Kit, and this is our small bottle kit. It's a great entry into doTERRA. It comes with 10 of the most popular oils, and you got a really nice diffuser with it. So again, another great way to get in. This year, we announced the Aroma Essentials collection. This is basically our aromatherapy kit, and I call it like diffusing the rainbow. So if you are, or if you know someone who wants to get started with aromatherapy and just really what we say is like taking toxins out, bringing nature in, that's this kit. And it, the 10 oils in here are all about aromatherapy, our mind and our mood. And it comes with this gorgeous ceramic diffuser called the La Luz diffuser. So again, another great entry into doTERRA that I'd love to talk about. We often, when we refer to this, it's like diffusing the rainbow, and not in this picture, but we do have, like, if you line up all the oils, it makes a beautiful rainbow, in the order of the rainbow. It's gorgeous. And these are all great oils. It includes the Adaptive, and the Serenity. So some of the ones that we talked about today. And it's a great gift to give because of the price point as well. And then we have, larger kits. We have the Cura collection, which is really switching the medicine cabinet out. So you'll have things for tummy and aches and pains, and you get a whole range that way. And then we have the Natural Solutions, which is really our largest kit. Such a good value that also, gives you the vitamins, or I don't like to say vitamins, the supplements, plus the aromatherapy, plus a lot of On Guard products, which is our protective blend. So you get hand wash and toothpaste, mouthwash, a lot of things in that kit. So again, I don't want to sit here and talk too much about the kits because, depending on where you want to start, we have a lot of options. And then we also have a way to start with a little bit more simply. So we have the Simple Solutions kit, and this one is basically 4 items, the Serenity, which we talked about, the On Guard, which is protective, and the Lemon, which is amazing. And then Deep Blue Rub. Deep Blue is our pain rub. And it's great for pains, inflammation, nerve issues. I recently was having some nerve issues and I've been using Deep Blue, and it's so beneficial, supports so well. So you can do different things. It's so customizable. And this graphic just shows that, where you can really start with, something simple and add in what is needed for you, personally. So the other way to do all of this is the wholesale account costs $35 for the year. And then you can just customize your entire, what you want to get. So that's another way to do it. And, everyone starts off wherever is best for them. My whole tagline is just start. So that's where we can help you discover what's best for you. I'm going to touch really quick on a couple of promotions because you're catching, we actually, after all that time, Dawn and I have been trying to get us all together, we actually caught a really good weekend because we have 20% off a lot of our starter kits right now. And we also are giving away a free Easy Air or Breathe Touch, which is our respiratory blend. So we're giving away a free one with the minimum order. So, that is through a promotion code. Also, we have a bonus diffuser raffle that I'm doing. So I'm also giving away a free diffuser plus a blend called Stronger, which is so great for just feeling, just feeling strong, just feeling solid. And so anyways, we're giving that away. So anybody who opens an account with the minimum 100 will get that. And that goes until the 15th where you can get into the raffle, which I think is just tomorrow, but I just wanted to throw it in there. So again, not to dwell on these, but this is kind of an idea of what's going on, the 20% off. And doTERRA is giving 20% off of 4 kits, but there are 3 others that they are not, and I'm happy to honor that for this class because I am so glad Dawn got us here together. So if you do end up wanting to do a kit and it's one of the ones that are not 20% off from doTERRA, then I will go ahead and rebate that for you for the next 3 days, so until Wednesday. And that's it. That's the class. So, I really believe that the power of essential oils can change our lives. It can change our healthiness. It can change our happiness. And my job here is to make it simple for you. So I hope, Dawn, that you feel that you get the support that you need in your oil journey. We really want people to feel comfortable using the oils, being able to, throw them into a diffuser, put them on the body, drop them into their water and really get the benefits. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for jumping in today on your Sunday afternoon. I think you all are ahead of me. I'm still in morning. I still have a 14-year-old that may not be awake yet. That's just saying. It's 11:38. I haven't seen him yet today. He might be hiding from me. But thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording here. So if anybody who is watching the recording, if you have any questions, please reach out to Dawn or please reach out and she'll get you in touch with me. And let's talk through how to get essential oils into your lifestyle. And thank you so much for watching. I am